But they're talking right now about doing Anthony Joshua, Jake Paul.
I know, I saw that.
Jake Paul apparently wants that fight. And he agreed to, I think it was 99% to 1, where Joshua gets 99% of the money and he gets 1%. See if that's true.
Got the Jake Paul thing. There's a lot of rumors that it says that 9091 was accepted on his side, but I can't find like where he said it. Just like a lot of Instagram.
Maybe he doesn't care about the money. Like Jake Paul, like probably doesn't care about the money.
Well,
but
he has plenty of money, and if he won, oh my God, if he beat Anthony Joshua, good Lord. I mean, that's a big if. Right?
I mean,
Anthony Joshua,
I do not think,
Olympic gold medalist, former heavyweight champion of the world. What he did to Francis Ngannou, like, good Lord.
Yes.
Do you want that smoke?
Yeah, I just think it's all about the promotion or whatever. I have no idea what the actual motivation is for it. That fight's not competitive.
Joe Rogan jumped headfirst into the frenzy surrounding this wild matchup. And you could almost hear the shock in his voice as he broke down the concept of Jake Paul taking on Anthony Joshua.
It's not competitive at all.
Well, it's a dangerous fight.
Yeah.
Because Joshua's going to try to make an example out of him, for sure.
And will.
I mean, Anthony Joshua's one of the biggest one-punch KO artists ever.
Yes.
I mean, he's a one-punch night guy.
Yeah.
You know, he's a great boxer, very skillful.
Yeah. The Ngannou fight, we all thought it's like Ngannou with Fury. It's like, wow, this guy's in the mix now. He's in the mix. Let's see what happens. And it's like, oh, okay. Yeah. That's what happened.
And once he got going, Rogan didn't pull any punches. He gave Jake credit for being a real athlete, someone with serious wrestling experience, not just an internet personality playing at boxing. But the tone changed the second the discussion turned to what would really happen if Jake faced a prime, Olympic gold medal winning, one-punch knockout artist like Anthony Joshua.
The AJ Jake Paul news seemed to come to a surprise for many. How close are we to making that fight, Eddie?
Not that close. I mean, there are conversations. There's a lot of hurdles to overcome. But if he's serious about the fight, and if it can get made, there's a very good chance we'll do it.
Is it on Netflix, and what did DAZN have to say of the fact that it made?
One of the hurdles to overcome. But we were going to have an 8-round run out in December. Just so happens it might be against Jake Paul.
Rogan just laughed and basically admitted, look, this isn't a fair fight. Up until that point, though, this matchup exists right on the edge of madness, hype, and pure entertainment. Exactly where Jake Paul thrives. That's when the discussion turns to the real reason this fight is even on Joshua's radar. The money is massive. Say what you want about Jake, but every time he steps into the ring, he brings a tidal wave of cash. And Joshua is fully aware of it.
I think it's great for boxing. I think the fight will happen. AJ is 1-0 against these guys that come in to these boxing careers late. So why not? He's a perfect guy to take him out too. He took Ngannou out. Why would he not take Jake Paul out? And for him, he'd probably make more money fighting Jake Paul than we'll fight anybody else that he can fight with.
The legacy is already cemented. Olympic gold, unified champion, global superstar. But a massive payday never hurts, especially at this stage. After the tough loss to Du Bois, Joshua went through a rough patch, frustrated, drained, and doubting himself. So maybe a spectacle like this isn't just about boxing. It's about reigniting that fire.
Mate, it's a great thing, so we can just shut that Jake Paul nonsense away. AJ's gonna knock him out.
Jake, would it be similar, do you think, to the way AJ knocked out Francis Ngannou? Because Eddie Hearn's just said about the rage, maybe AJ.
It'll be worse. It'll be worse.
1 round?
1 round. But if he goes past 3 rounds, we don't know what's gonna happen.
Really?
Yeah. If AJ goes in there trying to mess around, trying to show his boxing skills, nah. He's gonna go in there and light him out. That's what we want.
Getting that adrenaline flowing again and stepping into a mega event where the stakes feel completely different. And let's be real, if Tommy Fury could outbox Jake Paul, Joshua is basically guaranteed to send Jake's head into the upper deck. This fight could be wild and chaotic, but for AJ, it might also be therapeutic, inspiring, and extremely lucrative.
I get it, right? If someone knocks on your door and says, do you want to fight Jake Paul for 100 million? You're like, you'd be stupid to say no. No, I don't want that 100 million for what would be and will be and should be easy work for AJ. Like, well, why are you going to turn down 100 million? Like, right? So I don't blame AJ and his team for taking the money. I mean, again, These guys are fighters, they're prize fighters. The biggest prize is the money. It's not the belts, people, it's the money, especially when you've already won the belts.
And just as we're analyzing why Joshua is even entertaining the circus, big money, massive spotlight, and a chance to shake off that poster boy's heartbreak. Boom. Tommy Fury barges into the conversation like he's smashing down the studio door and jumps right in. He basically says, if I can beat Jake Paul, imagine what Anthony Joshua would do to him. And he delivers it with that trademark Fury confidence, the kind that makes you wonder if he fuels himself on espresso shots of pure chaos.
If I can beat Jake Paul, then excuse my French, what the f*** is Anthony Joshua going to do to Jake Paul? I think my dad said that AJ could beat him with his prick, and I completely will back that up. Even if AJ had a broken arm in there, it still wouldn't go past a minute. To be quite honest with you, and as a safety aspect, there's no way that fight can go ahead. At the end of the day, my God, how good does it make me?
Tommy's laughing, roasting, and subtly reminding everyone that Jake never got past him. So how is he suddenly stepping up to face an Olympic gold medal powerhouse? And honestly, he's not wrong. We're over here fantasizing about matchups while Tommy just shakes his head like, you couldn't beat me, mate, and I'm not even AJ. It's savage, it's hilarious, and it's exactly the reality check this whole Jake Paul heavyweight fever dream needed.
He gets beat by Jake Paul. That automatically makes me two-time heavyweight champion of the world, doesn't it? There's no proper way. I've got to laugh about it. How are we even talking about this? He got his nut boxed off by me a little over 2 years ago, and now all of a sudden he's talking about fighting Anthony Joshua. It's like, come on. Like, you can't be serious. He can't beat me. I'm not Anthony Joshua, am I? So it's just ludicrous. It really.
And right after Tommy Fury roasted Jake so hard you could almost smell the smoke through the screen, we slide straight into my copying and stepping up with that breaking news energy, like he just sprinted out of a newsroom on fire. You can feel it. The guy is buzzing as he confirms the insanity. AJ versus Jake Paul is actually happening. Not in theory. Not in some fantasy matchup, but in a real ring with real gloves and real consequences. And the way he says it, you can tell he's half impressed and half wondering if the Boxing Commission needs a group therapy session.
Broke the news here a couple of minutes ago that Jake Paul will be fighting Anthony Joshua next month in December in Miami. I know that it's a major business, but still got to give Jake Paul major props, right? He's fighting Anthony Joshua. We saw what Joshua did to the last non-world class boxer he faced, which was Francis Ngannou, and flattened him in 2 rounds last year. So I think it's fascinating.
I mean, Coppinger is basically pointing out that Jake went from a Netflix exhibition with Tank to waking up one morning and thinking, you know what? Forget the warm-up. I'll fight a heavyweight Terminator instead. And somehow, it all clicks, because we get why AJ said yes. Straightforward prep, massive payday. And that perfect low-risk, high-reward setup that makes accountants grin. Listening to Coppinger break it down, you can't help but laugh at how surreal boxing gets. 1 minute we're debating legacy. The next we're checking the calendar thinking, wait, this is next month. It's wild, messy, peak boxing circus energy. And honestly, we're all watching, popcorn in hand, pretending to be shocked while secretly loving every second of the chaos.
Is there a right to question AJ's ambition in the game when he takes fights against Jake Paul?
Sure, I think that's fair for anyone to question, but me personally, I can't blame him because it's a mega payday, and it seems like it's a low risk. I think it's low risk. If Jake Paul surprises us, then fair play to him, and for AJ to get a warm-up fight in, so to speak, and make a bundle of money doing it in a high-profile event, I think it's a win-win.
And the wild part, just as we're still absorbing my copying and dropping that AJ versus Jake Paul bomb, boom, here comes Michael Bisping, kicking the door off the hinges like, oh, you thought this circus had limits. We went from, is this real, to, okay, now they're speedrunning the sport. Bisping breaks it down like he's narrating a documentary about the world's priciest dare. Jake is chasing legacy, AJ is treating it like a warm-up, and we're all chasing answers like, how did we go from Tommy Fury to this? Everyone's watching the timeline fold in on itself while Netflix sits in the corner, counting imaginary replay money. It's like heavyweight boxing collided with a summer blockbuster trailer, and nobody knows whether to be hyped, confused, or call customer support.
Given all of that, both men are going to make $92 million each. So forget my opinion. Who gives a damn when you can bank $92 million for having a little move around in a boxing ring? fair play. You can't on that. The reason I say it's a win-win for Jake Paul is because, listen, if he wins, then he's beating a former heavyweight boxing world champion, certainly one of the best heavyweights of his generation.
But Bisping goes all in, and honestly, it makes sense. He's basically saying, sure, this matchup makes about as much sense as a toaster in a bathtub, but if someone waved $92 million in front of you, you'd be in that ring shadow boxing with a grin. And he's right. We can't act like AJ isn't allowed to lock in a retirement plan for his retirement plan. We can't act like Jake won't spin this into a win, even if he gets launched into orbit. And we can't act like we're not watching it like Rocky vs. Thunderlips 2.0. Seriously, the whole crew is tuned in because the chaos is top-tier entertainment. Whether it's a real fight, an exhibition, or a please don't sneeze too hard matchup, this event is going to break viewership just from confusion alone. And honestly, I'm here for every second of the madness.
Of course, a man that is way bigger than Jake Paul. Of course, it's a win. And if he loses, it's still a win for Jake Paul because he had the balls. He was man enough. He was willing to test himself. He would prove everyone wrong, all his critics, like me. By the way, I'm not like out there on an island by myself. Everyone says the same thing. And he would...
All his critics, including me. And by the way, I'm not alone in this. Everyone's saying the same thing. And he might just prove all of us wrong. After all the chaos and madness, after all that, you have to ask, is this real life, or did boxing just slip on a treadmill and faceplant? Here's the bottom line. This fight is the ultimate storm of spectacle, strategy, and pure delirium. You and I both know this isn't just another matchup. It's boxing waking up and choosing full-on entertainment. Jake is chasing the biggest dare of his life, sprinting toward a challenge most pros wouldn't touch without signing a will feast. AJ is chasing a payday so massive it could fund 3 comebacks, 2 documentaries, and a luxury vacation for his entire family tree. And the fans are strapped in like it's a front seat of a roller coaster built by people who definitely skipped the safety manual. No matter how it ends, whether Jake shocks the world or AJ sends him flying like a t-shirt cannon into the upper deck, this fight will have everyone arguing, laughing, analyzing, and replaying slow-mo clips like they're courtroom evidence. This isn't just a fight. It's an event, a story, a moment you can't scroll past. And the crazy part? We're loving every second of it.
There's no way that he loses to Jake Paul. Unless it's an exhibition match. Now, Eddie Hearn, Anthony Joshua's promoter, came out and said, we are not interested in an exhibition match. We only want a professional rules fight.
And how would it work? Would it be an exhibition?
No exhibition. So we're not interested in exhibition. It's a real fight.
So drop your thoughts in the comments. Who do you have winning? What round? And is this pure genius matchmaking or complete cartoon energy? And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Boxing Headquarters. Catch you in the next one.